It's Madden NFL 22, and today's clash of conferences is just moments away. It's the Bears and the Patriots, and it comes your way next.
EA Sports coverage of the National Football League brings us to Gillette Stadium in Foxborough, Mass. All the success in New England over the last few decades, and this crowd has never been more enthusiastic. A moment ago, the Pats emerged from their locker room. They are set as they'll square off with the Chicago Bears. With Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin. And Charles, we look at this Patriots team entering play. They come in playing pretty good football. Winners of 4 of their last 6 games. Meanwhile, for our visitors, the Bears, and I don't think from what we saw down on the field before the game, there's any doubt they're ready to roll.
They passed the eye test, don't
The NFL season has hit high gear, and off we go in Week 11 on EA Sports. This is taken just shy of the 10. And they will wrangle it down a couple yards shy of the 30. So here come the Patriots now on offense. They're led by their quarterback from the University of Alabama, Mac Jones.
You talk about the pause that refreshes. I think it's come at a perfect time of the year for them, hasn't it? You know, it's the season is starting to wind down, got a little bit of a break. But how about the guy calling the signals? He's got to be excited about that because now he didn't just get a game plan for 1 week. He was able to work on it for 2 weeks. I can't wait to see if they have anything special in store for him today.
And to the 36-yard line, taken down there after getting 8 yards. First carry for Damian Harris, the Alabama man. And he'll bring it up here to right at the 40-yard line. First down, and they go back to Harris. And not much room to operate as he'll get this up only to about the 41. Credit him with a 1-yard gain there to make it 2nd and 9. So we'll look here at the key inactives, and we got this list before the game down on the field. And they tell us the same thing every time, don't they? Next man up.
No excuses. Be ready to play. That's the mantra of every organization. The key is having guys on the roster who are capable of filling in and playing at a high level. That's when you know you've drafted well, scouted free agents well, and stocked your team just the way you're supposed to.
Yeah, this pass broken up. Excellent coverage there on 3rd down, as that was not an easy one to hold on to. The Patriots send out their punter. Back deep is Tyreek Hill. This is away, but boy, headed straight for the sidelines. And this punt sails over the sideline, and the spot, it looks to be right at the 25-yard line. So here are the Bears now for their opening drive. They'll be led out by a first-round pick back in 2021 from Ohio State. It's Justin Fields.
Coming out of Ohio State, one of the top prospects in the NFL draft, and it was so big that they moved up in the draft to get him, to make sure that they had him. And, boys, he got the full package. Loves the game, big-time arm, 4.4 speed, so good that another quarterback prospect said to him, "What's it feel like to run 4.4? Everybody wants to be that fast." Didn't they tell us in our meetings that they needed to account for him on each and every play?
You think? A guy of his caliber? So how does a guy like him get that wide open?
That usually means there's a tire breakdown on what the coverage was. That everyone thought they were doing something, and they were supposed to be doing something else. But bottom line is, no matter what, you have to know where he is and cover him on every play.
And he'll be corralled out across midfield down to the 45. Well, we saw David Montgomery lead the nation a few years back in broken tackles when he was at Iowa State, and he's proven to be difficult to bring down in the NFL as well.
Yeah, and this could be a sign of what this defense is in for, because, you know, all week long the coaches were preaching to the defense, you've got to be able to wrap up against a back like him or he can make you pay. Technique, technique, technique.
On first down, Fields. He'll get that complete to his tight end, Cole Kmet. This will be stopped about 2 yards shy of the marker. 8-yard gain, 2nd and 2. Play action. It's Fields. That's complete to his receiver, Godwin. And they do get him down, but not before he's able to slip it inside the 5-yard line. A big play that time on the catch and run.
Oftentimes now, offenses aren't nearly as precise as days gone by. They just tell receivers, find an open patch of grass and let the quarterback find you. And that's exactly what they did on that play. First with the pass through the air, nice chunk of yardage there, and then additional pickup with his legs after the catch.
First and goal from just inside the 5. Montgomery. And he will push his way forward down to about the 3-yard line. So the ball position now at the 3. Here's 2nd and goal. Fields now to throw. And that is caught, but the back judge right there to say incomplete. Now Fields on 3rd and goal. And that is caught. Touchdown, Bears. Chris Godwin. His 3rd touchdown now on the year. And the Bears have taken the early lead. Footing always a concern, but the extra point's up and good. And that makes the score 7-0. Now after the touchdown, here's Santos to kick this one away. This is taken just shy of the 10. A solid return, pretty good field position. They'll start at the 32.
Let's go.
So back onto the field come the Pats for their 2nd drive. And they were winners the last time they took the field, which was 2 weeks ago. They had the open week last week, so this is a squad that should be really refreshed and ready to roll.
I would agree, because when you get that open week after a victory, it does wonders for everyone. Obviously, your body, get a chance to heal up, but your mind as well. You feel good about winning, so now you can get away from it for a few days, put down the playbook, you know, turn off the film. Just be you. Enjoy that time away, and then you come back ready to go.
Again, it's Harris on 2nd down. And he'll only get a yard to bring up 3rd and 1. Trying to pick it up on the ground with Harris. And Harris is not going to get there. Great work defensively to stop him short. No gain on the play there. A nice job defensively. And it likely forces a punt situation on 4th. Yes, it's the first half, but we'll see if that stuff there on 3rd and 1 comes back to haunt him.
I hope you don't mind, but it's not going to stop me from putting a check mark next to this play. Let's look back as this game progresses and see if this is one of the key plays in the game, even though it occurred early.
And great special teams work here. This is knocking on the door of the 5. They'll spot it at the 6-yard line.
Absolutely love the flexibility of these punters. Their leg drive, able to get it way up in the air, and that allows the punt team to get down there and down it inside the 10 because they've had some time.
Throwing to start the drive, but that one incomplete. After the incomplete pass, here now is 2nd and 10. Here's Fields. And going deep for Hill. And that is going to be pulled in one-handed. Wow. Touchdown, Chicago.
Yeah, score.
Tyreek Hill,
Yeah.
94 yards. And the Bears are able to show off their quick strike ability. I think you could make a fair case for Tyreek Hill being the most explosive player in the NFL when he gets his hands on the football, and that was Exhibit A.
Well, in this league where coordinators worry so much about drawing up the right routes, blocking assignments, misdirections and stuff, they have these precise arrows and movements. Sometimes the best plays just come from the schoolyard where you look at your fastest guy and say, Go long. Go get it, big man.
At his top speed, according to Next Gen Stats, well, really, it's ridiculous, impossible, whatever you want to call it, 22.6 miles per hour. Now, after the touchdown, here's Santos to kick this one away. Takes it at the 7. And able to get this across the 20, but not much further as he's dropped at the 23-yard line. So the Patriots coming out now. They've shown precious little here offensively thus far as they try again with a first down now. They'll start on the ground with Harris. And he'll get it up to the 33-yard line. A good gain on first has him set up with second and just a couple of inches now from the 29. A run with Harris out of the shotgun. And he'll be brought down right around the 37.
Let's go. I know what you're thinking out there. I know a lot of you are thinking, take a shot downfield. It's a great spot for it. I'd say maybe later in the game, definitely in the second half. But right now, I think they were just trying to get some momentum built. Get a first down, pick it up, and keep moving.
And he'll go down. The Bears get there for the sack. Montez Sweat has now recorded 10 sacks on the season.
56 is Mike. 56 is Mike.
After the sack on first down, Jones. And this is taken in by Darnell Mooney. A good pickup there, 13 yards as they get closer for third down. Throwing, Jones. Under pressure, and down he goes. It's a loss of 10 on the sack, and it leads to fourth. The Patriots send out their punter as he's on to kick it away. And he's getting a workout here in this first quarter as he gets it away. A big kick, 50 yards that time with a return of 4. And the Bears take over. So here are the Bears to take over on offense. They lost 2 straight coming in, but good news for them right now. They've got the lead and the football. To Montgomery to begin the drive. And he is brought down at the 22 after a gain of 2, and it brings up second down.
15's the mic. 15's the mic. I got 15. Let's put him on the buses.
14-0 the score. This is the NFL on EA Sports. From the 22, here's 2nd and 8. A shotgun snap, Fields. It's Hill, complete. Broke a tackle, but not much room there ultimately. Just up past the 25 and no further. His second catch, and this one not nearly as electrifying as his first. And it'll bring up third down now. Now Fields. Eluding the pressure right. And Fields going to have the first down before sliding to a halt to avoid the contact. So they'll come up 1st and 10 now from the 33. Now it's Fields. And going deep for Hill. And incomplete on the deep ball. So now 2nd and 10 after the incompletion on first down. Now Montgomery running right. And the reinforcements come in as they're going to stop him behind the line. An extra corner comes on now for the Patriots D on third down. Here's Fields. And that will be incomplete.
That might be the third down stop that they needed because they've had a lot of trouble slowing down this offense in the first half. This might be their opportunity to get off the field.
It'll be a net of 40 yards there following a 43-yard punt, 3-yard return, and the Patriots take over. Out comes the New England offense to see what they can do this time. It hasn't gone particularly well for them. That's obvious. In these conditions, no points so far. They've got to get that offense on track. The question, how do they do it?
It is the age-old question, isn't it? And to me, finding a way to make sure your playmakers touch the ball without it being too exotic. Meaning you don't have to go deep down the field. Maybe you hit them on those short passes on the perimeter. Make sure you just turn around and hand it to your best runner and get out of the way. Don't cause any extra stress on your offense.
On second down, this is Harris.
I'm okay with the call there. In fact, I actually like it. I know they're down a couple of scores, but the running game worked in that situation. I would continue to go in that direction.
Bulldozes past him, and he'll grab a gain of 5 out of this up to the 41-yard line. The first down run got 5. Here's 2nd and 5. They hand this off to Harris, and he'll take this for about 4 up to the 46-yard line. Pretty good job defensively. Thought he was going to get it, but they knew where that marker was, and they stopped him just short of it.
What it does is emphasize that strategic football and situational football is not just played on the offensive side, is it? Defense understanding, as you noted, where the first down marker was and making sure they didn't get there.
Now a first down carry for Harris. And good penetration here. He'll get this down only to about the 49-yard line. Here's 2nd and 9, just a yard on that last run. On the give, this is Harris. And he'll get this into enemy territory, but not by much, as he's down to the 48. Here's play number 7 on the drive. This is 3rd and 7. Now Jones. And this pass broken up. The contact well timed there, and now 4th down. And the punter Bailey on now as he sends this one away. And this one goes angling out of bounds, and it will be spotted inside the 30-yard line. At the line, prepping for their next drive, the Bears offense. And thus far, the weather has not slowed this offense down one bit. They've looked good so far in the first half.
They certainly have. And think back to our meeting with the head coach. And we asked him, because we saw the forecast for this game, didn't we? We said, hey, have you prepared for this? And he talked about the different drills that they've done in adverse conditions, the wet ball drills, things of that nature. He said, I don't think it's going to slow us down much. We tend to handle it pretty well, and he's been right.
Dominated, boys, dominated.
Now a first down throw, Fields. Looking for Godwin, and he's got him complete. And able to rip off a big chunk of yardage before being dropped inside the 40.
Well, they obviously read man coverage their partner, and he got downfield, broke down the defender, made him
What do you mean by that?
Yeah, he made him think he was going to run a different route. Probably thought he was going to take it upfield. Then he curls back inside for the completion.
Oh, this one incomplete. The pressure got to him as he released it. And it's 2nd down. On 2nd down, Montgomery. And the stiff arm made it a pretty little run. Not a huge gain, but a nice chunk of yardage. The offense on 3rd down tonight, they've been okay. 2 for 3 thus far. They're looking at 3rd and a few inches. And he's able to pick up the first before he's taken down at the 27.
Let's go.
Just about every coach we talk to says the crowd shouldn't affect us. That shouldn't be an issue. And then the next breath they talk about taking the crowd and taking them out of the game by picking up first downs and keeping them at bay. I think we just saw an example of that there, didn't we?
Important to do, especially early in the game like they have. And they'll bring him down at the 18-yard line. 53 yards rushing for him now to this point. 2 minutes to play, first half. It's 14-0. On 2nd and inches, Fields. And this throw incomplete. Now the defender all over him that time, but it's going to lead to 3rd down. Fields on 3rd down. And he fires one, but incomplete.
I think that was a good job there defensively. They did allow him to drive all the way downfield, but once they got their backs to the goal line, they really turned up the pressure.
Yeah, they let him get all the way down here. Now the field shrinks. They've struggled to convert, and that last incompletion brings up 4th. So 3 points there, and they continue to build this first-half lead.
Yeah, every little bit helps, and the more that you can put together drives and start controlling the tempo, controlling possession, finishing with points, the better off you're going to be.
And the drive will begin at the 25 as Scott is going to stay in the end zone. Damian Harris and the Patriot offense ready to take over again. He's been good. They've utilized him well, but they're losing here in the second quarter. What might they change offensively?
I think that what you try and do is expand how you get the ball to him a little bit. Get him out in open space, maybe swing the ball to him. What's that they used to call it in the West Coast offense, the long handoff?
Yeah.
Serve as your running play that way, as well as continue to feed him the football. Some of these runs now may pop bigger later in the game because of the effects of running it. Sometimes people, after a while, they don't want to tackle him anymore, or they get tired, or they get out of position, or he runs through tackles. Continue to feed him the ball. He's having that kind of game.
Yeah, might they get him the ball in some space in some different ways here. Jones throw taken in there by Cooks. And he is tackled inside the 40, not quite to the 35. Now the Patriots going to use one of their timeouts, as they'll stop it with just over a minute to go before halftime. 1st and 10 here. You know, if they could just get 3 out of this, there's something about narrowing it to a 2-score game at half that makes it feel like much less of an obstacle. And a dangerous throw there as that's knocked down and incomplete. Darnell Mooney, the target there. To throw once more on 2nd and 10. Jones. And this will be incomplete. So back-to-back incompletions, and that has him staring at a 3rd and 10. Again, he'll drop to throw. And he's caught on the sideline, but he's not going to have a first down. They say he was out of bounds, so a big call there. That brings up 4th. That's running out of steam, and it won't get there. He left it just short, no good, and this score will stay right where it is.
Now, if this was a clear day in September, I'd say this is well within his range. I'd feel very confident about this kick, but let's be honest about it. In these elements, the difficulty level gets ratcheted up by at least a factor of 5.
Fields on 1st down, and he fires one incomplete.
From the snap, he certainly looked like he knew where he wanted to go with the ball, but surprise, that guy was covered. So that took his attention elsewhere to no avail.
2nd and 10, Fields again. Steps away to his left. Now the Bears going to call the first of their timeouts, as the clock will stop with 34 seconds to go before halftime. Throwing on 3rd down, Fields. And he goes down. It's a Patriot sack. Now the Patriots will use the second of their timeouts, as the clock will stop with just under 30 seconds to go in the first half. On is the punt team now as this one's sent away. It's a 45-yard punt, just a 1-yard return. And possession will switch hands, 1st and 10. The Pats going to get one final possession in this first half. And we'll see how they want to play this. Just a little over 20 seconds to go. A little over 20 seconds remaining in the half as they'll line up here, 1st and 10. Throwing to start the drive, Jones. And this will be caught by Mooney. The Patriots will take their 3rd and final timeout, as they'll stop it with 14 seconds to go in this first half. Now Jones on 1st down. And that's incomplete. Clock stops with 10 seconds left. So after the incompletion on 1st, now 2nd and 10. Off the play fake, Jones. And this is incomplete with a clock showing just 3 seconds left. These guys have punted 4 times already, and they're staring at a 5th, barring a conversion here on 3rd down. He's going to look downfield for Henry. And that's incomplete. So we reach halftime in what's been a fairly one-sided game so far. As we'll get you down the coast to Orlando for Jonathan Coachman at our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach!
All right, Brandon, thank you very much. The NFL season going to be about two-thirds complete after this weekend, so lots to get to as we check out what's going on here in Week 11.
All right, hang on. We'll jump over halftime. All right, Coach, thank you, and we welcome everyone back for quarter number 3. And he will not bring it out. It's a touchback.
Come on now, let's go.
The Bears offense set to go to begin the third quarter. Third quarter starting with a run from Montgomery. And just no chance of turning the corner. He can only get back to the line of scrimmage. 2nd and 10 coming up. To throw is Fields. Flush to his right. It's just a gain of a couple there on the scramble, and now it's 3rd down. Fields. Nowhere for Fields to turn, and down he goes. Matt Judon drops him for a loss of 10, and it's going to be 4th and long.
They need to stop to get back into this game, and here's one right to start the third quarter.
Yeah, anytime you go into the lockers with that 2-3 score deficit, you're right. You need that stop, get the football back, and they've done just that.
Series to series, play to play.
Here comes the Bears punter now. As the drive goes backwards, so he's on to punt it away. Fair catch called for. No gimme in these conditions, but he's able to look this one in. Just 34 yards on the punt there. No return. And the offense will take over with a new set of downs. Here comes the Patriots offensive unit. They'll have it first here to begin the third quarter. Good starting field position for them as they come up 1st and 10 at their own 44. Harris starts the drive on the ground. And he's got it across midfield and into Bear territory. So they'll come up after the gain of 7 on a 2nd and 3. Back to throw. Jones. Pressure, and he's taken down. A Bear sack. DJ Waddle able to record his 5th sack of the season.
So one quick, easy analysis about why they've struggled so far. They keep putting themselves in 3rd and long situations. They just took another sack right there.
And the offensive film session tomorrow may be a little longer than it normally is.
Not a lot of positive grades will be handed out thus far.
Work now for Jones and the Patriots here after the sack. It's 3rd and long. Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. He's letting it fly for Cooks. And able to catch it on the left sideline, but they're going to rule him out of bounds. So it'll be incomplete, certainly one they'd like to have back as it brings up 4th down.
I'm sure this isn't a novel thought, but maybe run some simpler routes instead of trying to get it all back in one shot. Defense certainly appears to be ready for them. Try and get it back little by little instead of in big chunks.
Another drive coming up for this Chicago offense. This crew had to punt last time they had the ball, but when you've got a lead like this, you content to play the field position game?
You are to an extent, especially if you like your defense, because you have the lead, you've been controlling the game. But why put them in a tougher spot? You want to get out there and get something done on offense and maybe take command of this game yourself.
Now we'll look at Smith. Not sure exactly what happened, but he's still down. We'll get a report when we return to Foxborough. The last run got 9. That leaves them with 2nd and a yard. They'll keep pounding here with Montgomery. And the second wave of tacklers is going to get him as they stop him behind the line. He winds up giving a yard back there, and now it's 3rd and 2.
Well, I would have figured after the 9-yard run on the previous play, getting one more yard wouldn't have been much of a problem. But apparently it was, and now it's third down.
Third and 2, Fields. Being chased out left. He'll have a first down past the 40. And Fields going to have the first down before sliding to a halt to avoid the contact.
When they watch film of this game and hand out the grade sheets, he's going to really like getting a double plus on this play. Why? He scrambles and picks up a first down. But what else does he do? Protects himself by sliding and avoiding the big hit. Double plus, big-time play.
So into Pat's territory now. Here's first and 10 at the 49-yard line. Back to throw, Fields. Open man is Kmet, the tight end. And they'll get him down as he's inside the 40. Now after the completion, we're going to get a timeout, an injured player. We'll get a report when we return to Foxborough. So here's a first and 10 at the 38. Looking to throw. Fields. And he can't find anywhere to go with it, and he goes down. The sack recorded. It's a loss of 5, and now it's second down.
Well, we've seen how this quarterback can beat you with his legs. Saw it earlier on this drive, as a matter of fact. But that time, they had him covered.
They really gave him no place to escape because oftentimes they're able to find a crack, a sliver, anything that can get them upfield. On that occasion, nothing open at all, and they swarmed him.
And he gets this down inside the 35 before going out of bounds. And they'll get 9 there as that sets him up better for third down.
So the challenge there does not go their way. This will indeed remain a completed pass.
And he gets it down to the 32. That's going to bring up fourth down. Only a gain of 2 there.
Caught that look from you there, partner. I think we're on the same page on that one. Just his first catch. I think we both thought he'd be a little more active in the passing game. Let's see if that's the start of them trying to get the ball to him a little bit more here in the second half.
And this is going to miss left. I don't think it even got there either. It's no good either way, and this score will stay right where it is. The Pats at the line, ready to go. These guys had to punt their last possession, and that's become too familiar of a refrain. Too many of these drives just wound up going nowhere.
But you know how in baseball, when the pitcher gets a base hit and he's on base, they bring his jacket out to him to keep him warm? A lot of times the punter goes to the sideline, puts on sweatpants or a wrap over his leg to keep it warm. He might need a massage from the trainer right now from all the work he's getting.
Now here's a throw that's complete. And he'll have it past midfield almost to the 40 before being taken down. They'll run on first down. Harris. And he's going to get this down near the 30-yard line.
67 yards rushing for him now as he's carried it 16 times.
Still in search of their first touchdown of the game, but they're on the move. First and 10. Back to throw. Jones.
And that one drops down, incomplete. Good coverage there, forced the ball free, and it's second down.
On second down now, it's Harris. 4 yards the gain, and it'll bring up a third down.
56, the mark, boys, 56.
Looking to throw. Jones. And this is going to be incomplete.
Not only did he have a chance to scan the field there, it felt like he had a chance to scan it twice. The protection was that good. Unfortunately for him, the coverage downfield, equally good.
Patterson's kick is good.
And they're on the board at least here. It's now 17-3.
So that maybe not exactly what they were hoping for, but it does get them back within a couple of scores.
And at this point in the third quarter, you don't have much margin for error, and that means you can't have drives that end with nothing. Whether it's a punt, a turnover on downs, those have to go away. You have to end with a kick, either a field goal or an extra point after a touchdown.
The Chicago offense set to get started. And they had compiled a pretty long drive last time. Unfortunately, though, it ended with no points after the missed field goal.
And that can hurt the psyche of a team because as they drove downfield, you know you're never supposed to count points in your mind until they go up on the board. But let's face it, we've been there. We've seen teams before. They were counting on those points. They didn't get them. Can they come back now, start over again, and grind it out? Partner, he was going through his progressions. Not there, not there. After about the third one, he decided he better pull it down and run for it. And he slides down and avoids the hit for good measure.
Fields throw complete here to Kmet.
Baby, get him, boys. Get him, boys.
Not a big window to throw. Coverage wasn't too bad there.
Yeah, they had him under wraps pretty well, but somehow able to muscle his way open and catch the ball.
On second down, it's Montgomery. And he'll push this forward only to about the 42-yard line. It'll be a pickup of a couple, and it leaves him with a 3rd and 3. Again, they'll go ground with Montgomery. And they're going to mark him down short, maybe by about a yard, if that. Just a gain of 2 there, and it's going to bring up a 4th down. Here comes the Bears punter now, as he'll punt it away for the 4th time today. Fair catch called for and made at the 16 or maybe the 17-yard line. That'll go as a punt of 34 yards that time. And out will come the offense as they take over. New England with a 1st down as they begin the drive. Throwing to start the drive. Jones. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets this football out shy of the 30 to the 29. And that is going to do it for this 3rd quarter of action. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. Back now in Foxborough. It's Patriot football, but they trail here as we begin the 4th quarter. Meanwhile, Jones' throw into the hands of Henry here. And he'll be out of bounds across the 30-yard line. Looking to throw again on 2nd down. Jones. And he'll go down. The Bears get there for the sack. DJ Wadham in there to get him, and that is sack number 6 now for him on the year.
Remember, throughout my career here, defensive coaches always say, guys, you've got to earn the right to rush the passer. Well, they put themselves in a great spot with this big lead, and they know they've got to throw the ball.
These pass rushers have to be salivating. It is pin your ears back time. And the ball is out. Jones got hit and lost it.
Whoa, every time you come this way, I'm going to give it to you.
Fortunate to get that football back, because trailing here in the 2nd half, last thing they needed was to lose the possession.
And the word I think of here is opportunity, because it could have been lost there, their chance to score points. But the opportunity for the defense was to go ahead and really close this game down if they were able to get possession.
So a change of possession here on the punt. And it'll be a short field for the Bears as they take over 1st and 10. And now Chicago getting ready to go as they take the field. They've got a chance now to put this game away following that last defensive stop and punt. On 1st down, it's Fields. He'll get that complete to his tight end, Kmet. A gain of 6 there on 1st. To throw again on 2nd down, Fields. He'll leave it for Montgomery complete. And he is out of bounds inside the 30. It'll go as a gain of 4. And that'll bring up what looks to be a 3rd and inches. Can't be more than a half a foot. That's caught by Montgomery. And he's brought down, but not before he reaches the 8-yard line.
And that pickup of a 1st down, that's going to leave a mark because they really needed to stop them there, didn't they?
Oh, so frustrating. Defensively, you're a play away from getting that football back here down late. Tough.
Now they've got to find a way to create a turnover or takeaway. Otherwise, this one will probably get away from them.
Touchdown! It's complete. Tyreek Hill. his second touchdown of the afternoon. And the Bears look like they're going to get back in the win column as they extend their lead here in this fourth quarter. Santos with the extra point, and the lead now to 3 touchdowns at 21. So that drive spanned 5 plays, and the end result is a Bears touchdown. Now after the touchdown, here's Santos to kick this one away. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback.
New England's offense set to go. They were coming off the extra week of rest, but this team started sluggish, and it really didn't get any better from there, and trailing big here in this fourth quarter.
He's going to float this one deep right side. Launches deep. A jump ball, and this is caught. A big play there for New England. So barely time to catch our breath. Here's 1st and 10 just outside the red zone. Back to throw. Jones.
There's Mooney with another catch.
And down inside the 15, shy of the 10. Finally, a first red zone opportunity for these guys. They've got a 1st and 10 at the 11. That's going to be complete on the sideline, but, you know, that throw left him no room to run, and the good footwork nearly all for naught. On 2nd down now, it's Harris, and he will maneuver his way down to about the 7. Just a 1-yard pickup there, and it's going to make it 3rd down at 6. Operating from the gun, Jones. Looking end zone, but it's incomplete. And a field goal obviously means nothing here. They're going to go ahead and go for it on 4th down. Got to try it here. He's back to throw. It is taken in by Cooks for a Patriot touchdown. Brandon Cooks, his 2nd touchdown on the season.
And the Patriots are finally into the end zone here in this fourth quarter. Extra point by Patterson, up and good.
And the lead will be cut down to 14. Bailey now to kick it away after the touchdown.
From the 6. And not much happening on the return as he'll get this to about the 23. The Bears offense ready to go for their next drive. Now, there are 2 scores on the plus side. Still time here in this fourth quarter, but maybe you start thinking about playing keep away?
Yeah, I think here's the situation. You're not thinking touchdowns anymore. You're just thinking 1st downs. To keep up with your theme there, playing keep away, 1st downs, they can't touch the ball.
To throw on 2nd and 10.
Fields. This one swung out to Montgomery.
And he'll be corralled right around the 34. From the 34 now, here's 1st and 10. Now a give running left with Montgomery. And nothing much materializing there on the 1st down run. He'll get a couple, and that's it. The last run got a couple. Here's 2nd and 8.
A shotgun snap, Fields.
And going deep for Hill. And that will be incomplete. Tried to dial up the long one way out there, but it'll be 3rd down.
From the gun, here's Fields.
Nowhere to go here. He lost the football. And it's picked up by the Patriots. And they have the football and will take over at the 24-yard line. Here's Jones. Following the fumble recovery, he'll throw. He's going to go up top for the end zone.
And that is incomplete. Oh, the coverage a little too good there, and it's 2nd down.
To throw again on 2nd down. Jones, complete. Smith has it. They get 7 out of that, so they're left with a 3rd and 3. On the ground, it's Harris. And they go the wrong way here. Knocked back to the 20. All right, they're going to try and keep hope alive here on 4th down. They're going for it. As expected, they're going for it to keep the drive alive. He's going to let it go deep for the end zone. And this is intercepted, and that should do it.
Picked Kicked off with great anticipation. And the Bears are going to take possession here. It's a touchback, and they'll take over at the 20-yard line. Well, I guess an interception at this point on fourth down is just as bad as an incomplete pass. Either way, the ball goes over to the other side.
Yeah, it's a tough spot to be in this late in the game, and there's not a whole lot he could do there. And he winds up giving the ball away.
They'll go to Montgomery to try to wind some clock. And he stopped right at the 25 after a gain of 5. 5 yards on the carry. Good pickup on first down. 2 minutes left to play in this football game here on EA Sports. Back to Montgomery on second down. And he is met at the line of scrimmage, and he goes down right there. And now right out of the 2-minute break, we'll get a timeout used defensively with 1:56 to go. From the gun on third down, Fields. Nowhere to go here. He lost the football. Here comes the Bears punter now, standing just outside his own goal line. And he deserves a bronze leg as he gets this one away. So possession goes over here on the punt. Very good starting position for the Patriot offense as they come up 1st and 10 at their 36-yard line. Jones. Pass complete to Harris. That catch good for only a couple. Now the Patriots moving quickly, hustling up to the line. They try to throw on second down, but this one is incomplete. So the failure to connect on second down, that leaves them staring up here at a 3rd and 8. Now Jones is hit. He lost the football. And they're indeed going to go for it here on 4th down. So trailing here in the last quarter. Let's see how this plays out. And that is intercepted. Or was it? Wait, they'll say no. No interception. He did not keep the feet in bounds, apparently. So that's just going to be an incompletion. And now it appears that the referee's been buzzed, and we'll get a review. And this being inside 2 minutes of play, everything coming from up above. Did he keep those feet in bounds? That's the question they've got to decide. And I got to say, watching it in real time, it was awfully close.
Yeah, it certainly looked like a heck of a...
All day, baby. Let's play. Check 55 to Mike. Check 55 to Mike.
So the folks in New York just going to wind up confirming what the official saw as this play will stand as is. And they'll indeed take a knee. And that knee will do it. So they snap the losing streak. Always a good feeling.
Yeah, I don't know if this one right here, when they're taking a knee, is as much exultation as exhalation, right? They just breathe a sigh of relief. Finally got a win. Needed one desperately.
So this one in the win column for the Chicago Bears. And this coaching staff, CD, I think you'd agree, pleased with this overall effort.
Oh, I think they're more than pleased, right? They've got to look at each